Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Between Two Racks. They let me just keep doing this. Our show about tips, tricks, trends, and whatever comes to my mind the morning of. Today with me is our application specialist, Jay Fernetovich. Jay, thanks for changing your clothes.
Sure. Had to put on the application engineer shirt, as you will see in all the videos that we're going to be doing. So glad to be here, Pat.
That's how we tell them apart. Jay, so one of the trends in AV that we've seen over the last couple of years is devices our equipment is shrinking. So they're getting smaller, maybe not rack mount. Can you walk us through some of the Middle Atlantic solutions on mounting these small devices, as we call it?
Sure. So one of the key things that we did when we introduced BGR back in the day, that was one of the things we were looking at small devices, trying to find places, smaller gear, not being rack mountable. So one of the solutions that we did come up with in being able to service these small devices, we came out with what we call a lever lock plate. And you can see, you put it in front of the green screen, you can show it a little bit better. So basically what this is a toolless way to mount small devices into areas what we call no man's land, or taking them away from the rack mount area. So, and what we can do is just show you a quick clip and how this actually works and what happens.
Okay, so lever lock is one solution where I'm not taking up rack space horizontally with small devices. Now it frees me up for equipment that is rack mount and putting it into what you call no man's land, which I assume is side of the rack, maybe behind. Okay. Now, for forward, I know that was a product that's recently launched that builds upon this platform and that small device mounting concept. So could you explain to us a little bit about what Forward offers when it comes to small device mounting?
Sure. So one of the things you've seen in the video, that is a toolless way to put the devices in between what we call no man's land, get them out of the way, helps with thermal management, cable management, and things like that. But what was missing is, how do I get the device to this plate? And how they're doing it today, you have Velcro, you have double stick, you have some devices that have mounting holes, and that's what the pattern here is for. But a lot of that does take time, and it's not as good as it could be. So with the introduction in the Forward, we did the Forward clamp, which we're going to show you.
All right, we're going to take another field trip and show you comparing the traditional way that Jay just explained versus the new Forward small device mounting clamp way. All right, so here's our little field trip here. Got to crouch down. We have our lever lock plate, which Jay just explained, our small device, and the hardware needed. So let me just use my little lapel mic here, and I'll show you. Got these little feet. Got your holes for your hardware. Your little hardware. My little screwdriver. All right. Now, I'm not even going to try to do this because it already looks like a pain in the But Jay, what do we got in the Forward family to be able to eliminate these little screws, this little screwdriver, and the aggravation?
So, crouch down here, we're getting everybody's level here. So one of the things that we did was look at ways to clamp down and not using certain Velcro, like we talked about earlier. So basically we have this goes in.
That sounds nice.
It's a pop and twist. We get it into place, and then we take the second one. We get it into where we need to be. We're relatively close. We could slide it into place. And then basically we get it in it, and then it comes down as we clamp it down. Just like it is, what we said it is.
Ooh, baby.
So now we hold it vertically, as well as not having to worry about it. The cool part is, too, is if I need to reuse it or get to the gear, these are reusable.
Oh, okay.
It's like a wire tie, so they can come out of place, or as well as once they're in place, I am able to trim it if I'd like to as well. So
wow.
That is the Forward clamp.
And it's using this patented universal hole pattern, right? This Middle Atlantic pattern. So anywhere that pattern is found, these clamps will work, right?
Correct. And you'll see that pattern in a lot of our newer products, as well as coming into some of our legacy stuff, so that you can use the Forward clamps.
All right, let's go back to the studio. Unfortunately, Jay's agent double booked him, and he had to leave us after the field trip. So We'll make sure next time that he does not get double booked. But I want to thank him for his time and all the information he gave us today on small device mounting and how Middle Atlantic solves that problem. Before I sign off, I'll leave you with the sweet sounds of the small device mounting clamp. Here we go. If that's not the sound of speed, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.